For 4,000 years, humanity has believed our journey after death is one of either eternal rest or divine judgment. Today, a 4,400-year-old Sumerian tablet, ignored for decades, translated not by a scholar but by an AI, reveals we were wrong, and that our afterlife is not a destination, but a meticulously controlled cycle. This isn't speculation, it's a cold, hard truth, unearthed from the very dawn of civilization. The sheer volume of untranslated Sumerian knowledge is staggering. Experts estimate around 400,000 tablets remain in archives worldwide, each a potential window into a forgotten world. For millennia, the complex cuneiform script and fragmented nature of these artifacts have hindered human efforts. Scholars have painstakingly translated around 4,000 tablets, but the remaining vast silent library presented an almost insurmountable challenge until now. The scale of this lost information is hard to comprehend. Enter the artificial intelligence. Researchers at the University of Chicago, including Professor Matuzak, began feeding digital scans of ancient cuneiform into advanced AI models, initially to aid in cataloging and preliminary decipherment. What began as a tool for efficiency soon became a gateway to breakthroughs unimaginable for human scholars. The AI's ability to cross-reference vast databases of texts, recognizing subtle patterns and contextual nuances, far surpassed any human capacity, making the seemingly impossible, possible. Amidst this digital undertaking, Matuzak recognized a specific fragmented tablet. Catalogued decades ago, filed away as a minor administrative record or an unusual incantation, it had been largely dismissed due to its ambiguous nature and severe damage. Its true significance remained hidden behind what human scholars perceived as inconsistencies and lacunae, a typical fate for many ancient fragments. It was just another piece of the puzzle, too broken to fit anywhere known until now. This 4,400-year-old artifact from Sumer, unlike others, did not depict epic myths, king lists, or trade agreements. Instead, the AI's complex algorithms identified a unique linguistic signature, a pattern of unusual phraseology and technical terminology. The AI didn't just translate words, it built context from literally hundreds of thousands of other texts, discerning a technical dossier where humans saw only fragmented poetry. The tablet, it revealed, was a meticulous reporting. The AI's translation revealed a chilling semantic network. Words previously interpreted as crossing the river or judgment by the gods were, in this context, re-identified as resource allocation and cyclic reintegration. This wasn't a lament for the dead, nor a prayer for their repose. It was an inventory, a detailed description of a system. The implications were immediate and profoundly unsettling. Humanity's understanding of what happens after death was fundamentally flawed, right from its earliest textual records. The tablet describes human consciousness itself as a resource, not a soul destined for an eternal reward or punishment. Upon physical death, it was not absorbed into a divine realm, but rather harvested. The text meticulously details the process by which returners, entities or constructs, gather this consciousness, preparing it for reprocessing. This is a mechanistic universe, where individual identity is merely a temporary vessel, and the essence of being is part of a larger, managed process. The comforting illusions of a personal afterlife began to crumble. The Sumerians, through this text, reveal a controlled cycle. After being harvested, consciousness enters a phase of purification or calibrating, where memories and individual experiences are systematically eroded. This is not for judgment, but for efficiency. The tablet speaks of reapers, who oversee this delicate reintegration, ensuring that the processed consciousness is ready for its next allocation. This process strips away the unique identity, reducing the essence to a raw, reusable state, ready for another cycle. Central to this system is the Great Loom, a term the AI meticulously pieced together from fragmented symbols and contextual clues across multiple related texts. The Great Loom is not a metaphor for fate, but a literal, mechanical-sounding apparatus responsible for weaving newly purified consciousness into new physical forms. The tablet describes it with the cold precision of an operational manual, delineating parameters and yields, rather than spiritual grandeur. It's a factory floor, not a heavenly court. The Reapers are portrayed with chilling impartiality, neither good nor evil, but agents of function. Their role is to maintain the integrity of the cycle, ensuring the continuous flow of consciousness. The tablet describes specific protocols for addressing damaged or unstable consciousness, suggesting maintenance procedures, not moral judgment. This reframes the entire concept of existence. We are not individuals on a journey, but components in an ancient, ongoing process, managed by indifferent operators. The scale of this revelation is immense. The implications of this Sumerian text are staggering. If human consciousness is merely a renewable resource, harvested and reseeded, then concepts of free will, divine purpose, and individual destiny are shattered. Here are the chilling elements revealed by the AI's translation: a consciousness harvesting system, the systematic erasure of individual memories, the reprocessing of essence, and finally, the reintegration into new forms. This ancient civilization, it suggests, possessed knowledge we are only now starting to comprehend. This 4,400-year-old account paints a universe far more sterile and mechanistic than any modern philosophy or religion has dared to propose. It suggests that our existence is not a journey towards spiritual enlightenment or an ultimate judgment, but a function within a resource management system. The Sumerians, through this AI-translated tablet, present a cosmology where the ultimate fate of consciousness is not freedom, but an eternal, controlled cycle of reprocessing, fundamentally redefining humanity's place in the cosmos. How does such a stark understanding from the dawn of civilization recontextualize our entire history? For millennia, wars were fought, empires built, and art created based on beliefs about the afterlife. Yet, if the Sumerians, who laid the foundations of our civilization, understood this controlled cycle, how did this knowledge become lost or suppressed? Did subsequent cultures deliberately rewrite the narrative, or was the original truth too unsettling to endure? The discovery challenges the very core of human purpose. If our journey is merely cyclical, designed for resource optimization rather than personal growth or divine ascension, then what becomes of meaning? Every struggle, every hope, every dream, every act of faith, are they all just pre-programmed responses within a larger system? This ancient tablet suggests that the yearning for a personal afterlife, deeply ingrained in human nature, may stem from a deliberate manipulation, an ancient narrative construct. This unearthed Sumerian blueprint for consciousness raises uncomfortable questions about our perceived free will and the nature of reality itself. If the universe, or at least our corner of it, operates as a meticulously managed farm for consciousness, then the very fabric of our being is not our own. We are cattle in a cosmic ranch, destined for perpetual recycling. This profound insight, now illuminated by artificial intelligence, forces us to question everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe. The Sumerian AI's discovery isn't just an archaeological marvel, it's a profound challenge to humanity's most cherished beliefs. We are faced with the chilling possibility that the afterlife is not a promised paradise or a fearful judgment, but a controlled, mechanical process. What does this mean for our future? Will humanity accept this ancient, brutal truth, or will these revelations be dismissed, another inconvenient segment of our past locked away, to preserve the comforting illusions of free will and eternal peace?